Joe, well done today. Hard fought in the end. Did you deserve it, do you think, on the balance?
Absolutely. There was only one team in it for the best part of an hour. We should have had it dead at half time. Could have easily been 3, 4, 5. Played some really good stuff once we got going. I think first 20 minutes it was an even affair, but it's always going to be. They're a well organised side. They're disciplined with good experience. They were always going to make it hard when they sat in a block and looked to counter, but started to solve problems. We were patient on the ball, and as the half wore on, we knew that we'd start to get more chances, and then the boys took a couple of them. But as I say, it could have been dead before then, and then in the second half, the referee decided to make a game of it.
The red card for Brad, what was your view?
I just think it's ridiculous. He's made 2 challenges in the whole game. One of them's an innocuous sort of block as the ball's going forward and an area that's nowhere near him. The second one, arguably, you could say is a yellow, but I just think as a referee at the moment, they chuck cards around like confetti for no reason. 2 or 3 instances in the first half where he books a player for trying to stop us playing quickly. Then the next 2 or 3 times he doesn't do it. And then the biggest thing for me is, at the end of the day, without having rose-tinted goggles on, is that you're consistent. And I feel their right-sided centre-half made 2 challenges that were arguably worse than Brad's, picked up 1 yellow, and then after Brad's been sent off, should have been sent off himself. Not that I want to see a lad get sent off, but once you've done one, you've got to do the other. And I think that's the frustrating thing, that it was a non-contest at half-time as such in terms of the score and where we were at. We probably didn't start the second half as well as we wanted to, but I just feel that the game becomes about officials, which it shouldn't be. It should be about players.
And then when it did go to 10, it soon went to 2-1, and it was game on and a little bit nervy.
Yeah, I suppose circumstantially it's nervy, but at the same time, I don't think, other than the goal, they've had another shot on target, which I think says a lot for how the boys defended. And the group themselves, they made it difficult for them to play through us, and we forced them long a lot. And then obviously it was about making sure we were disciplined and didn't switch off, because they're always carrying aerial threat. I mean, Big Gashi up there causes all sorts of problems, and they've got some players that are capable of running off the back here. So, no, well done to him. Really pleased to see it out. So now it's just about ticking it off and moving on.
And you 2 strikers, once again, both on the score sheet.
Yeah, they're in that little vein of form at the minute. Again, I think Moons will be disappointed he didn't have another one, but he was a heck of a focal point, especially when we went down to 10, won us a few fouls and dragged us up the pitch, which is pleasing. And then Jimmy's just a constant thorn in their side with his running capacity. So, no, really pleasing. The boys behind them put a hell of a shift in as well. So, no, really pleasing win. And it's just about getting the results at the end of the day. We feel that we're a good side and we handle the ball and we're tough to play against. But at the same time, if you go and win it comfortably, it's great. But then obviously, if you can come out on the right side of a game like that, you learn a lot of lessons from it. So they deserve a lot of credit for that, and I hope they get it.
And substitutes called upon Lucien, delivering a more than solid half an hour.
Yeah, talented boy. Obviously someone we've been aware of for a while, and since he's come in has really settled, and he just plays with no fear. That's the thing. He's got a good background, and at Notts County, where they're coached well to try and play, and he come in here and he understands what's wanted. He's tactically very good. He understands what the gaffer wants, and again, to come on in a game like that at that point says a lot about the young man. So now, good on him, and it says a lot about the squad as well.
Quick turnaround to Easter Monday, same for everybody, but presume prepare right now and go again.
Yeah, got to recover right, rest and recover. It's a really, really difficult game as well. They all are. They're fighting for their lives. They're not a bad side, and they beat us here, so we know we've got to be at it. And it's about us making sure we're in the best frame of mind to make sure we can go and do that. Obviously, it's better doing that, having won today. You hopefully bounce into it. I think that's 4 on the spin now, but the key is we keep carrying it on. We're certainly not going to get carried away with it. We need to make sure we're at it Monday.
Biggest ever number of home fans here today. They're starting to believe, I think.
I hope so. I think we're in a good place. That's the thing. And I know, people talk about pressure and where we're at the moment. We've come a long way in a short space of time, and let's enjoy it, for as long as we're in it. Again, we think we're on a great run, and then every time you look at the table, there's different people you want to catch, but there's people right on your shoulders, so you can't afford to rest on your laurels. You've got to keep going. It was noisy as well early on, but then obviously when we went down to 10, it started to get nervy and quiet, but that's where we need them the most. And the last 10 minutes, I felt they rallied a lot more, and we want them to be noisy because it's a great place to play when it's like that. So no, a great attendance. Wish them all a happy Easter, and hopefully we'll see a decent contingent come Monday.